BC Museum closed down its feature presentations on the third floor on January 2nd, 2022 permanently. I walked through the third floor. This is part 3, a magical walk through Old Town, plus a walk through nostalgic Century Hall. You're viewing Travels with Lobo, a new vlog published every Friday, now coming to you from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Part 1 of Becoming BC was the early explorers. Part 2 dealt with the early industries such as fur trading, mining, fishing, whaling, sealing, and of course, farming. There's my favorite horse right there. I ended the last vlog with the Port Moody Railway Station. Now, why did the Port Moody Railway Station make it into the museum? Because the first transcontinental passenger train from Montreal arrived here on July 4th, 1886. Port Moody is now a city outside of Vancouver. Next, we come upon Old Town, my favorite part of the museum. This is where you can walk and view detailed examples of our urban history, inspired and drawing upon our past. Since I took this walk on the last day the third floor was open to the public before it was permanently closed, that was January the 2nd, and at that point, Old Town was decorated with Christmas decorations. And here is one of the museum's favorites, the Grand Hotel, based on Nanaimo's Royal Hotel. The period would be about 1890. After the Grand Hotels, here's some more amazing views of Old Town. Just before leaving Old Town, I have to take a clip from my Royal BC Museum, biggest story in British Columbia, where I acknowledge the passing of the architect of Old Town. During all this turmoil, we learn of the passing of Jean-Jacques André, who was the architect of Old Town, natural history, and the first people's exhibit at the Royal BC Museum. And that was in January of 2022. What an amazing coincidence. Two of Mr. Jean-Jacques André's efforts, Old Town and First People's Exhibit, were closing down, but natural history, the second floor, still exists. That is until this blockbuster, and I can only describe it as a blockbuster, news arrived this past Friday. Next, we enter into Century Hall. Around the outside, you will find 10 decades summarized with highlights in a unique newspaper-style format, each with its own unique image station. On the main floor area, you will find elegant turn-of-the-century cases, which have a collection of eclectic items collected over the century. That brings me to the last exhibit on the third floor, and it's a big one. It's the First People's Exhibit, and I'm going to walk you through that exhibit next week. So join me next week. Thank you for viewing, and see you next week. Thank you.